Hello everyone, I invite you to every Wednesday review of the cryptocurrency market. As a standard, we will start the review by checking the current situation on BTC in pair to USD. First, we will mark the downtrend line, which, as you can see, the price has broken and gone up. Further, we can see that a formation called the rounding bottom has formed, which most often causes the price to rise further. We will mark what the further movement of BTC should look like so that the price can go further up, but when the price drops below the resistance level and then bounces back from it, it will be an impulse for declines. Now we will use the Fib retracement tool to check the places of support in a situation where the level cannot be maintained. Again, we can see a strong support zone from $16,912 to $16,516, but when the price breaks below this zone, we can see a drop to around $16,088, and then we have support at $15,439, where the last low is. However, let's assume that the BTC price will follow the current formation and further increases will begin. In this situation, we first need to break the resistance zone from $17,610 to $17,954. Then the resistance at $18,390. Then we will open the way towards the resistance on level of $19,699. Please look at the volume, which indicates a definite predominance of buyers, but it should be noted that each day the volume weakens, which may indicate an upcoming rebound. In addition, the CHOP index shows exhausted energy, the MACD confirms the ongoing uptrend, while the RSI indicator moves in the upper range, which, like the volume, may indicate a local sideways trend or a small rebound. As the second in today's review, we will check the ETH to USDT chart also on a single-day timeframe. First, we will mark the downtrend line that the price has crossed going up. As we can see, the last increase was previously confirmed when the red EMA cross 10 line crossed the green EMA cross from below, which is a signal for an upward move. Next, we see copies of the situation from the BTC chart regarding the arrangement of the current peak with the previous one and the situation on the RSI. Let's move on to identify the support areas in case the price turns around, and here we can mark the support zone from $1,283 to $1,242. Then the second support zone from $1,209 to $1,178. When the price drops lower, we have support at $1,131 and $1,073 in place of the previous one hole for the Looking the other way, it is worth determining where ETH will encounter resistance on the way to growth. So we can set the first resistance at $1,374. Then we have resistance at $1,447. Then a strong resistance zone from $1,549 to $1,677. It is worth looking at the CHOP index, which indicates that the energy was used for the last upward move. The MACD confirms the current upward trend, while the RSI, despite the previously discussed formation, is moving in the upper range, which often indicates an upcoming correction. As the third in today's chart, we will check the BNB to USDT chart on a one-day timeframe. First, we will use the yellow line to mark the downtrend line that the price managed to break through the previously formed bullish pennant pattern. We can also see that the EMA cross 10 red line has crossed the green EMA cross 30 line from below, which often confirms an uptrend. However, here EMA cross 50 and 200 should be observed, because only when the yellow line crosses the blue line from below indicates the beginning of a bullish upward movement. Now we can plot the support spots for the price, and here we see that the first support is at $268.40, the second support is at $259.40, the third support is at $251.80, and the fourth support is at $244. Looking the other way, we see that the price is currently fighting resistance at $280.30 and the so-called golden point of 0.618 fib, but so far it has not been successfully tested and the price has returned below this level. Next we have resistance at $296.80. Breaking it will open the way towards resistance at $317.70. Please pay attention to the CHOP index, which indicates exhausted energy. The MACD indicator confirms the ongoing uptrend, while the RSI indicator is at the upper end of the range, which may indicate an imminent price rebound. Lastly, we'll do a short LTC update based on a 4-hour interval. Let's start by marking with the white lines the uptrend channel in which the price is currently moving. Next, we can immediately notice a strong support zone from $82.49 to $84.58, which the price is currently struggling with. Moreover, looking at the recent move, we see that the upper border of the zone is strong resistance at 0.618 b. Then we have resistance at $86.16, $87.99, and $93.16. When it comes to support, it is worth highlighting the first strong support zone from $78.58 to $75.21, at which the price has been repeatedly stopped. Looking at the CHOP index, we see that the energy is strongly charged. The MACD indicates a local downtrend, while the RSI index has recovered and has a new place for price growth. Technical analysis is provided by a third party and for informational purposes only. It does not reflect the views of CryptoDaily, nor is it intended to be used as legal, tax, investment, or financial advice.